Can you believe that the Sam Raimi trilogy of Spider-Man movies came out 17 years ago? It was part of a golden age, the superhero movie renaissance, and now it's just mostly remembered as memes. Although I guess I don't idolise it that much. I mean, Tom Holland is easily my favourite Spider-Man, and that's probably why I was so excited to go and see Far From Home. Be warned, I'm going to be talking about plot points of Avengers Endgame, so as it has become the custom on the internet these days, spoiler warning. But if you haven't seen Endgame by now, what are you doing? After Thanos' defeat at the end of Avengers Endgame, Peter Parker heads out to Europe for a class trip, bonding with his classmates over how the 5-year time jump has affected the world. But he's soon approached by Nick Fury, who recruits Spider-Man as one of the Earth's last remaining active heroes to save the day with newcomer Mysterio, who is played incredibly entertainingly by Jake Gyllenhaal. The emotion of the film's first half sits with Peter Parker mourning the loss of his father figure Tony Stark. The world is mourning that loss with him and is calling out for their beloved Spider-Man to rise up and take his place. The second half of the film really kicks it into a higher gear, but it won't come as a surprise to any long-term fans of the Spider-Man franchise. This film is full of the same kind of feel-good teen comedy that made the first one so pleasing to watch. It doesn't seem to be as funny in the way that Homecoming was, but maybe that's because now we expect it rather than it being a pleasant surprise. Tom Holland really is my favourite Spider-Man to date, and the character really comes into his own as a nervous teenager rather than as a gawky adult. Zendaya as MJ is also really enjoyable to watch, with great comedic timing and one-liners. The visuals and fight choreo are absolutely stunning, and the creativity and imagination that must go into the aerobics of Spider-Man's web-slinging really is incredibly impressive. The elementals look fantastic, and it's always satisfying to see famous historical locations get smashed up in superhero stories. The elementals look fantastic, and it's always satisfying to see famous historical locations get smashed to bits in superhero movies. Story is kind of a funny one here, as although there are some really great plot points and post-credits that will definitely make you feel entertained, plot isn't the film's best strength. Like I said, if you're a long-term fan of Spider-Man, then you'll probably have already suspected how the plot's going to go. It can get a little slack sometimes as well, not offensively so, but enough to make you think they could have shaved about half an hour off the film. And it kind of makes you impatient when you're watching this film, because you know how good it can be, you know? I'm going to give this film 4 out of 5 stars. Tom Holland really does do another incredible job of playing Peter Parker in this movie, and the film's final post-credit moments really do leave you wondering where they're going to go from here. Any doubts I had about the future of Marvel's cinematic universe after Endgame have been thoroughly put to bed. What are you most excited to see in Spider-Man Far From Home? Let us know in the comments below. And you know the drill, for all the latest movies and games, visit us in-store or at webuy.com. See you next time! CeX.